You've been driving a bunch of kids from out of town around all week. What's your perspective on South by? You digging it or what?
Well, I'm kind of torn because it's good because we're making good money taking people from the airport, but the whole deal with South by Southwest is that it's getting to be too big. The original concept, which I support, was that it was to showcase local bands and local tech companies on the national or international stage. Now it's gotten to the point where it's so big that a lot of the local bands actually lose their venues. A lot of them have weekly gigs that they can't do during South by Southwest. They get kicked out and moved out to different places. The overall mood of the people that are coming here has been more and more tense and less, this is really cool. It's more like, this is a pain in the ass. It's like stuffing 20 pounds of potatoes into a 2-pound bag, you know. Things like this should be based around quality, not quantity.
Yesterday AOL was giving out free food, but now it's private. They might have given out too much free food.
Was there any part of South by Southwest now that's really focused on purely Austin or Texas bands?
You know, not really.
We live in Austin. Which is awesome because we get wristbands.
Do locals get special wristbands?
Well, you have to be, like, you have to have an Austin zip code to get a wristband.
That's amazing.
If you're not in
I didn't know that.
Yeah, because what they're doing is they're recording. They're like saying, this, like, festival is happening here. We want you to be a part of it.
It used to be mostly on 6th Street in the warehouse district, right? So it was easy to get to. But now you've got 7th Street, 5th Street, East 6th Street, and the venues are a lot further apart. And what you do is you get people that get in the cab and they're frantic. Yeah, that big red hand like that, brother, that usually means don't walk. Yeah, like don't walk, don't walk. When I moved here, Austin was a really fun little town, and now it's a real shitty little city. They screw up all the streets. I mean, here we are, here's a prime example. This is because of street closures and stuff like this. This is in the middle of the day. There's no way there should be this much traffic here.
Right.
They shut down exits on the highway, which causes massive traffic jams. We've got 3 southbound exits that they shut down, right? And so all those people that would normally get off there, and we're talking beer trucks, are getting funneled onto residential streets. Well, you know, they get priority though because you can tax alcohol. In the city of Austin, you could probably park a beer truck on a bus full of orphans and they'd say, it's okay, it's beer.
What do you think's the cause of all this?
Unbridled greed. The city of Austin would give you, if you paid them enough money, they would give you a permit to throw babies off the roof of the city hall. It shouldn't all be about money. You know, what's money? It's dead presidents on green paper. Big deal. And the city is more than happy to make it as huge as possible because they make more money off of it.
Do you think like the organizers went into it originally with kind of more pure intent?
No. I think the original concept kind of lends itself to a more pure intent.
Like when you go to pick up the wristbands, like you have to show your ID, like it has to match with the zip code that you put on your credit card. Like they want it to not go to scalpers, you know, they put it specifically on you so you can't, you know, transfer it. So it's rewarding the people that live here.
Like I said, South by Southwest is 3 times bigger than it used to be, twice as big as it should be, and it's all based on the fact that some people are getting rich off it and the city gets to tax everybody. And I just don't agree with that whole philosophy of life. Yeah, I think it's one of the bigger problems that we have here in the country. Especially governments on every level seem to be more concerned with raising revenues for themselves than they are about the people that live there.
Any first impressions?
This is amazing. This especially, Levi's uniforms.
They actually made me say that. Make sure that we get Levi's in there because branding has become such a huge part of South by.
And I think music, to have music bastardized and turned into just a money-making thing is just totally wrong. Because music's not about that. The real musicians will still just throw down for you without saying, you know, you give me $50 and I'll play opening chords of my new CD. You know.
You're here.
Well, then again, I'm a 57-year-old chronic underachiever. Ex-convict, pot smuggler, high school dropout cab driver, so what am I doing? Music isn't about money, it's about, you know, bringing enjoyment to people on a bad day or even on a good day. Alzheimer's patients, right? When they start getting totally lost in the whole 9 yards, you play the music and it brings them right back, because they listen to it, because that's the level of connection people have with music. And to bastardize that for money, I just don't think that's right.
Speaking of which, here we are at the convention center.
Thank you so much for coming.
Hey,
So
no
really
problem,
appreciate it.
guys.